Hi, this is McGarvelcuddy. I'm here to show you how to make a website using WordPress as opposed to Grab before. And so we're going to go to, I'm in my Reclaim hosting, and this is where you create your sites. So I'm going to go to WordPress, and this is I'm in my domain, and I want to install this application. I'm going to create a site here. So we're going to do soap sellers is going to be the directory, and that will make it McGarvelcuddy.com/soapsellers, as you can see here. All these sections are pretty appropriate, and I'm just going to change this. So now I've set up my username, just admin, and a password. That's strong enough for the site to think it's strong. It's complex enough. And this website title will be Soap Seller. It'll be a soap selling website. And we're going to install. And as you can see, my other sites here, they all appear in the Installtron section of my applications. And you've got 3 links here. Your normal link, where it takes you right to the site. Bare site, like I haven't done anything to this, is what it initializes the site as. We're not going to use that. This is our link that leads us to the editor. Oh, sorry. Link that leads us to the editor. And here's the WordPress support link, and Grav forums, WordPress support. That's just for help, if you need help, if you're not capable of looking it up yourself. But hey, we've got our admin, and you'll notice that there's no login. It is a little bit less secure in that regard, so I just had to click it. With Grav, you usually have to log in with your credentials. Here, my credentials were saved, so sometimes that could be an issue if you're just walking away from your computer. Alright, so here we are. We've got our site. First we want to install some plugins to get the content that we want. We want to sell some soap, right? So we're going to add a plugin, and we're going to install a few things. Oh, I should probably install Classic Editor just to show you the differences. This will show us the old editor, which I do appreciate the old editor, but there are some very nice things about Gutenberg that we've got here that makes it very easy to set up a site and very easy to set up pages. It's incredibly easy. Add WooCommerce. And this one is it is a bit of stuff to handle, but it's very robust. You can use it to set up your whole system for supplying and sending out your stuff. And we will also get just a good old SEO optimizer. And we'll activate it from here. And that brings us here. So we've got our Classic Editor, and I'm going to go in and activate that. But I'm going to change some of the settings because I want the block editor to start out. That's the new editor, and we will allow switch in editor I don't know why that's not an option from the beginning, but it is useful to have there. So then we'll go back and we're going to activate WooCommerce. So this is going to, yep, it's going to ask some questions. So I will work on setting this up. Be back in a moment. So I filled out all these sections. Upon activate, it does ask you, would you like to use Jetpack? And for now, I'm just going to skip this step. So that takes me here to the Ready section. And so I'm going to create a product. It's pretty easy. Gonna have some Sharp soap, and we've got just for now. We do have the product description, so we're not going to use this section here, our main body text. We've got our SEO stuff, so you can use that. Just we've got our data there. Yeah. So I will. Oh, sorry. We'll just say. No description, sharpest soap on the market. That's what I'm going to have for the description. So we can set the price easily here, tax, everything. So then we've got that. So, and all of this is some product. It could be, it's got all these different things that you can do with it. So I am going to save this for now, just publish it. And that's published. And you can go straight into viewing the product, which is very nice. And right now it's just, I didn't add a picture, but got a very nice looking page. It's got all of our stuff on the side. We'll edit that in a minute. But yeah, so we've got this. It's all set up for reviews. I can make a review right now. And I'll give it 5 stars. So now, admin, my username, shows up here. And one review. Shows up in the recent comments. Admin commented on Sharp soap. So, yeah, that is just all the stuff is automatically set up for that to be coming up in your website. So it's already populating stuff just through interactions like that. So now I'm gonna go back to my dashboard, and it's asking me to do this stuff. So right now I'm just going back to products in my WooCommerce section, and it opens up automatically to all products, and we've got our Sharp soap. So I'm going to edit that some more. Oh, and one thing to mention, we haven't gone into it yet, but this is the classic editor. The WooCommerce works with classic editor. So you will have to use it a bit, but it is pretty straightforward for creating this. It is very nice because it just automatically takes the relevant information and puts it in from the classic editor. So now we are going to add an image, and that's over here on the side, set product image. And what do I have in my media library? I don't have anything. So I'm going to have to upload a file. So we can just add in our sharp soap image. And I'm satisfied with that. It automatically figures out how large it is. I don't want to edit it, so we're just going to set that as the product image. And there it is. So we're going to update. And that should. And we can come up here and view product. And that will show us the site. It's got 5 stars, and it's got our sharp soap now. And that stuff will really cut the stink out of you. So then, let's go back. So now we've got our permalink here, and we want it to be in a category, I guess bar soap would be good, and we'll add that new category. And we don't want it to be in uncategorized, that'll be unhappy. So update again to update the fact that it's in bar soap. And now we got that. We've got our categories here. We just created one from the product editor, but we've got our bar soap and we've got our categorized. So then we can open up bar soap. Here it is. Soap bars. The description. It doesn't have a parent category because it's on the top level of what we've got, and we are going to update it. Yep. So then from here, going back to categories, and we will let's make that the default just for ease. So here, starting from our home page of Soap Seller, we've got our sections that are already set up. Some of them thanks to our WooCommerce, so the cart, checkout, account, shop. So we've got our shop. We go there, we actually get our soap category, and we can open up sharp soap, and it gives us all that stuff again. But let's go back, and we can just have more things here. Here, let me go back, and I'll add another so you can just see how it will show up. So we're just going to duplicate that. And it's going to take a second. Oh. And that opens up the site there, but we want to change it. We're going to make this sharper soap. And the only difference is that they are sharper and therefore more expensive. And it is the sharperest soap on the market. I don't want to get caught false advertising my previous soap, sharp soap. So same thing, just image there, and it automatically went into bar soap category because that is the default category. So we're going to view the product, and there it is. Go into bar soaps here, and we've got sharp soap and sharper soap. There they are. They shouldn't be on sale, but yeah, that's so we've got all that. So now we can go over here, start looking at our posts and stuff like that. So from here, we're going to make a couple posts for the blog. We could call it a hot soap. Like hot news almost. So these are pages. we've got our hello world, so we're going to get rid of that. Just trash it. And these ads are getting larger. But you're going to go to Add New. And this is set up so it automatically starts us out in the Gutenberg editor. That's what this is called. Also called the block editor. It's good for just, it's very, very simple. So we can just create things. So ignore the simplicity of this that I'm typing. So we've got this headline here, and I'm just going to add a block, and it can be an image. So from our media library, oh, actually I want to add in just a big soap bar. That'll be that. Select, and there it is. Sub of the day. That's a nice sub of the day. So with that, now we can just move this stuff around. We can reorder them, and I'm going to add another block. It'll be a paragraph. This sub is very pretty and pink-ish. It's not quite pink, but so then we can take these. Sorry, I keep misclicking that, and reorder them very easily. So if you want to just write a blog, we could also make it into a list. But yeah, that's a lot of the Gutenberg editor. So then we've got our other editor. I'll publish this. Oh, we can preview it. Take a look at their preview. And there it is, so of the day. And they are all in there. And you can have a reply on this post. So I'm going to go back. Didn't even need that. Open in a new tab. So let's publish it. I'm ready to publish. So yeah, so the day is now live. So let's go back to our posts. And we'll add a new post, but if you remember, I set it to allow me to change if I've got. So up here, in this section, our plugins, we want to switch to the classic editor here. And it's not quite going to look the same. It looks like this is the editor that we used with our setting up our pages, and to switch back to the block editor, it's in here. Switch to block editor. They look a bit different. So now we've got our soap of yesterday, and this one is a bit different. It works with HTML language, so you can. It works with both easily, just in the same area, but you have to set it up in a special way, sort of to, like very specifically set it up instead of that way before where I could move the blocks around. So I've got, this is an old soap. And it's just a text editor, so we would drag and drop the text, but if I make another paragraph here, It is aggressive. And we're going to add this media. We're going to insert it into the post, and it says, "Get your filthy hands on me." I'd say that's aggressive. So it doesn't quite work the same way as the Gutenberg editor does, but we will take a preview, take a look at it, and it's largely looks the same. It gives you the same sort of thing there, but we just happen to do it in a different way. So I'm going to publish that, and that should appear along with the other posts in the uncategorized section. Darn. We'll make a soap blogs section, and we'll take it out of uncategorized and update it. And then I'm going to go to my categories, and I'm going to I'll go to my posts. And we've got our soap of the day, and let's change its category. So I'll just do block editor, so you can see where to find that stuff. So then we go to categories, and it takes a second, but it does open and shows the categories. So I'm going to take it out of uncategorized and put it into soap blogs, just like that, basically the same as the other. So I'm going to update that, and now I'll go to categories, and let's look at so yeah, we will update that, and that should, let's go back to categories, all our posts. Let's view soap of yesterday. So then soap blogs will contain all of our blogs about soap. So yeah, that's just about all you would need to set up a soap selling website. I hope that I've given you enough information that you can create your own website if you're itching to sell something, or just to create something in WordPress, sell on WordPress, stuff like that. Very easy to do. It's especially with the Gutenberg editor, it is, I believe, for maybe beginners, it would be pretty easy to pick up and just to create a visually appealing website that you can move your elements around and reorganize them. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you, if you do want to use WordPress, are not turned off by the Gutenberg block style editor like a lot of people have been. And hope that this clears up some things about how to use both and how to get your hands on some soap. Thank you.